All right, what's up, Joe Talking Tour Guide here. Just to let you know it's me. I'm just gonna show you my face. I'm also gonna show you what I'm going over today. So, as you know, I got cards back from my parents' place, along with some of the cards I had in my collection. So we're just gonna go through. There's a lot of cards here, so I don't know if I'm gonna get through it all, but what the goal of what this is we want to get things graded and slabbed. For example, I have this Kevin Durant. Let me start with this. This is a good place to start, I guess. So I have this Gem Mint Kevin Durant 2007 rookie Chrome card. It's a pretty nice card. I just was a big fan when Durant came into the league. So I got this card probably around 2007, sometime around there, around his rookie year. And I just at the time was like, well, let's get this in high grade. Let's get a Gem Mint one. So we kind of looked online, and I think I paid something like, I want to say $80 or $80 for this card, something around there, like maybe 100 something. Might have been closer to 100 for this card, which at the time, I was expecting this to probably go up in value at some point, right? Little did we know he'd be such a mega star, probably one of the greatest basketball players. He can still make a case that can be one of the elite scorers. I mean, he is one of the elite scorers. It's just like he's had some injuries and he's kind of slowed down because he's not. I mean, he's approaching old man status in the league now. So, but anyway, this is the old PSA label too. I mean, I know these slabs are a lot higher in quality now. This is the old slab. But anyway, got this in a Gem Mint 10. This is worth a lot of money. And happy to have it in my collection. I'm willing to sell this. I'm willing to sell it, but I want to get a fair value for it. So but again, I'm a big Kevin Durant fan to this day, so it's not like I'm gonna rush to sell it. So what we're hoping for in this little sort of exercise here, I'm just going to show off things that I already have sort of graded, so we don't necessarily need to. I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we will get these things graded, regraded, like reholdered, because I know some of these grading companies aren't around anymore. For example, I have this Bellingham Mariners minor league rookie card of Ken Griffey Jr. in a Gem Mint 10, and it's flawless looking from the case. So I mean, this is in all likelihood a 10. We have a 10 here as well. Griffey rookie card, upper deck. We got this one. I was a big Felix Hernandez fan as well back in the day, so just got this Gem Mint 10, just minors. And I also got this Ichiro Bowman. I liked it because it has his signature there. It's not a signed card, but it has his signature there like it is a signed card. So I just like that. This is also, I believe, his rookie card, 2001 Bowman rookie card. So there's just sort of, I don't have a big slab collection. I think that's it right there in terms of a slab collection. So the hope is we do this exercise and we set aside the ones we think have gem mint 10 potential. And I'm going to start right off with this card here. This definitely has gem mint potential. I mean, I'm going to try to make this as high quality of a video as I can. You got 4 sharp corners, absolutely perfect centering. The back looks flawless as well. So I mean, this is a big card in terms of having something getting reprinted, but to have it in like a gem mint 10, I'm sure would substantially make this card a lot more valuable. So that's, I think if we do submit, this will be among the ones we submit. So yeah, this is another one. This is a big one too. This is a Kobe Bryant SB Premier Prospects, and it's absolutely flawless. I think I ended up getting this out of the pack and putting it right into like a sleeve, and it's been just preserved ever since. Look at those corners. And these are like high grade, quality stock paper to begin with. So I mean, this is a gem mint 10. I mean, if anything, it's a 9. I think it has 10 potential. Notice the back is flawless as well. I mean, you just got sharp corners, sharp, clean edges. I'm not even going to bother looking at the surface because I know the surface, there's nothing wrong with the surface. If anything, you see scratches, it's the case. This is, again, I think has gem mint 10 potential written all over it. So these are 2 cards when I do make a submission that are going to go into the submission. Okay. See, now this one, centering's off. So automatically, even though I love this card, that would not go into submission. This one, as clean as this is and centered as it is, there's some edge. I don't know if you can see here. The edge is not, you can probably see it right there. It's hard on the camera to catch the imperfections, but you can probably see it there. You can see the edge is not as clean. There's probably a little corner ding there when you look up at it closer. There looks to be a little corner. I mean, it's still a really nice card, but it's not. I'm trying to be objective with my cards as well because I don't want these coming back. Nothing in a 9. This, I don't know how much this is worth. That's the thing. I've been out of collecting so long. I wish this would focus. Jeez, I know I'm live here and you're killing me, man, the camera. All right, so there you go. See that corner there is not, I mean, it's really just a slight rounding. It's not so sharp. So I mean, it's just these little minor defects I think would drop the grade on this particular one. So Randy does not go into submission mode. This one is obviously got issues. My camera ever focuses. There we go. Just gonna give this a nice little press here. I know this sometimes focuses it. We're just gonna let it focus there on its own. This is like the worst video ever. Let's see here. How do I focus this? Oh well, I might have to go to live, like YouTube Live. Just doesn't focus in soon. What's up? What's up, my friend? Here we go. Oh man, this is killing me. My camera is just messed up right now. There we go. All right. Sorry about that technical issue. It looks like we're back. All right. That's a little better. So yeah, I mean, my card. I like to consider all my cards well preserved, but unfortunately, not everything is going to be in the grade we'd like it. This is a very nice card. In terms of the corners, look, I mean, they're not perfect corners. The edges, I mean, these older cards, obviously, there's a little bit of consideration for the age and whatnot. But another really high grade card is just the centering is off. So it's not going to get us anywhere. This card is really well centered. It's got some nice corners as well, but I would say the edges, I don't know. That edge doesn't look as sharp, so I wouldn't put it in like gem mint territory. That's not a card, much of a valuable card, even if it does come back. Now this Elway card, there is one very slight ding right there. Otherwise, this would be just a absolutely flawless card, edges and all. This 85 top set? Yeah, I think this 80. No, sorry. Yeah, this is 85 top set. This 85 top set is a nightmare for collectors because of that black border. And so, I mean, in terms of the centering, this is beautiful. There were a lot of miscuts in this set as well. I don't know. This is with Elway. Elway's a great player. I think this could come back really like high grade. And again, it's like one of those situations where there are so probably very few of these really high grade that if this were to come back even a 9, it would command some value. So that's something we'd submit. Case in point, see the bordering on this. I don't know. That's my second Merino card that has that janky bordering. So, yeah, a lot of the older cards do have issues. That's why they're hard to like. This is a beautiful card right here. This 86 Merino. This is pretty clean. I wish, I know I've targeted uh, a lot of comic book collectors on the channel thus far because I didn't have my card collection to show off. But I know some of you, like I know Diamond Princess commented on my earlier video, and she even expressed interest in buying either my whole collection or parts of my collection. So, but she also said she doesn't slab. She likes to keep cards raw. So, but I know she probably has a very sharp eye for these kinds of things. So, should I submit this one or no? I can show you the back. The back's just as clean as the front. Just the bordering on this is perfect. I don't see any signs of wear or anything. So that's, I think, potentially a submission as well. This is really the first time I'm going over the grading with a fine-tooth comb. I mean, I've always considered my cards mint condition, but now that everybody's hyper focused on grading with slab submissions, I never really took the time to differentiate everything. So kind of just re-looking at stuff. I know some of my cards have issues, so the ones with issues I'll point out. This, like the previous Johnson rookie card, has similar issues. Like there's that corner there is just not the sharpest. But this one is definitely, I think, a little better than that previous one in terms of the edges. I think this could come back at 10. This is something, I don't know. It's hard to. This is one I would kind of need maybe some feedback, yay or nay to grade. For now, I'll put it in the nay because it's not really a terribly. I mean, it would be valuable if it came back high grade, but you know what I mean? It's not going to break the bank in terms of coming back at 10 or something. This Mattingly card is really nice, but it has issues. Corner there. Well, that's pretty sharp. It's just dull. I don't know if it's the photo or what. Just the center. So the centering is off a little bit as well. You kind of see there. So this one might not be ideal for submitting. I just wish my camera were focusing better. It's focused right there. It gets good on there we go. All right, so yeah, I mean, I love this card, Manly Rookie, but I'm gonna put in the raw pile. Now this one. All right, so this is kind of what I'm talking about, like basketball cards. This Fleer Ultra, this Jam City, this would come back at 10 because there's no borders or anything. So we're really just focused on edge and corners. And there's nothing on this card that leads me to believe. I can get up really close so you can see the edge there, right? There's just nothing on this. It's clean. It's absolutely clean. So this is a card I mean, this is from his rookie season. Correct me if I'm wrong. So his rookie season was 93, 94. And this is from the 94, 95 Fleer Ultra. So this is, I believe, one of his earlier, if not one of the subset cards. So that came back at 10. I think we'd be happy. This one is gonna bug me. This is not a Gem Mint 10 because of, I mean, it's nice. It's not like completely off in terms of the centering, just slightly off. And the corners are sharp. But there's just like, there's a slight little ding here in the corner. I'm sure you can see it right there. Just a slight ding. The back looks actually really better. Back looks pretty good. It's just, this is such a, this is one of like, this is a really highly sought card. Because it's Jordan playing baseball. It's a 91. Is really his baseball rookie, right? SP1. I may just get this graded because it's Jordan and it's baseball and it's high grade. It might not come back at 10, but it'll come back, I think, a 9. So we'll keep that in the to submit pile. Here is another beautiful looking Kobe Bryant rookie. This is definitely, in terms of the centering, magnifique. Corners, magnifique. Thanks, God is great. I'm trusting your eye. I'm hoping you have had some submissions and you've had some luck with that. I'm gonna trust you. This rookie card is, I would say, Gem Mint. If not a mint, at least a 9. So Kobe right now is, Kobe rookies are hot, right? High grade Kobe rookies are hot. And so fortunately for me, I have a few Kobe rookies. So yeah, I mean, look at that. Get close up on Kobe there. Getting out of focus again. Corners, edges are sharp. You know, look here. Everything looks good. I'm looking at it because you have to kind of shine it in the light as well. And I just don't see anything that leads me to believe this would get docked for anything. And if it does get docked, I mean, we're talking about really minute, like microscopic flaws, which those graders do nitpick. But again, if this were to come back a 9, we're hoping for a 10, but if it were to come back a 9, it'd still be worth submitting, right? On a big card like that. All right, this next one is also a card, older card. Centering is slightly off, but the corners are really clean. Okay. Back looks beautifully centered. Edges are very smooth. Nice clean cuts on this particular card. So Ripken is another card we'd want to put. This is another clean card. Perfectly centered. Yeah, I think this one would come back a gem. Oh wait, there's like discoloration on that corner there. I don't know what that is. If that's just, why is that there? How did that get there? That's disappointing. Well, that would take it out of contention. This next one is not a pretty card. It's got edge wear. It's got sort of a dinged corners there. But it's signed by Randy Johnson in ballpoint pen. I got this signed as a kid, as I think a ninth grader, 8th or 9th grade, when I got this card signed at a game. He'd come to the Mariners, so maybe I was in maybe as a sophomore. Yeah, it might have been when I was a sophomore. He was used, just sort of a no-name guy, came out signing cards and kind of scribbled his older signature, like his rookie signature there in ballpoint pen, so it's not clean. But man, it's Randy. It's Randy before he was Hall of Fame Randy. This one is clean because this Mother's Cookie set has rounded corners. So you're only really looking at edges here. And from what I can tell. Now, these these rookie Mother Cookie sets were pretty common. So I don't know how rare this one is. Can someone speak to if this is a valuable card or not? It is a rookie card, and man, the kid looks like a kid. I mean, he definitely looks exuberant and youthful, full of promise, and I would say it's in the mint category. So I don't know, is this a card worth submitting or not? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to put it in the don't submit pile for now. This is another card, beautiful card, but centering is slightly off. Love this card. This was a really valuable card back in the day. Beautiful set too. I just don't know if this would, I mean, we're talking high grade here for sure. But I don't know if this would be worth submitting either. So our not submit pile is getting bigger. This is another Griffey rookie card, very clean. I think this can come back a 9, 5, or a 10. It's bordered well. This one doesn't have any spots or anything. That edge looks pretty nice. The top edge, not as nice. Yeah, I don't know if that's how they were cut. I don't know if that would necessarily count as, but I mean, this edge is not as smooth. I just don't want to submit some of these like lower. I mean, this is a rookie card I'd submit. This is absolutely flawless here. Get that centering. This is one of his more, sort of rare rookie cards. Definitely love the photo on this one. So it's clean. This one's sharp corner. This is definitely would be worth submitting the rookie card. We got an Aikman rookie, high grade, 10. This is a 10 potential. I mean, it's slightly off-centered, but look at those corners, man. Corners are clean. Yeah. Aikman rookie. Got it. Just because it's so valuable. Look at this. Look at this Warren Moon rookie. I'm telling you, man. I have not. We saw that Elway earlier. Absolutely the same kind of. Well, I'm seeing an issue here in the top. Yeah. The back is a little off center too. So, okay, this is the no submit. It was looking really good there, though. With the black border, you kind of get sucked in. But upon closer inspection, maybe not the best. Deion Sanders, also very clean, nicely centered. 4 sharp corners. I mean, might not be a 10, but it'd be 9s all the way, I think. So it's another one we could submit. Roberto Alomar, this is a very nicely centered, clean update card. But there's a slight ding in the corner there. You can see it. So keep that in the no submit. All right, so we got some cards here. This is going to be a long evening, but I do it for my collection. Good looking card, just got not centered and got like ink rub here and still high grade, just not something we'd want to get slabbed. This one though, let me take a look here. Nicely centered, kind of off-centered actually. Corners aren't as sharp. There's some edge issues there. I don't know. I love that card though. Just Maddox way off centered, so that's not going anywhere. Rafael Palmeiro, nice centering. This black border is just, it's a nice looking card actually. Yeah. Just unfortunate what happened to his career. he was a great hitter. Yeah, we won't be submitting Rafael. This dream team, this used to be worth a lot back in the day. I'm gonna turn the space heater on because it's cold, so don't mind a little background noise. This was worth a lot back in the day, and it's a good looking card. It's got sharp corners. I don't really see a lot wrong with the card. This probably went right from the packs into a case. Dream team. I mean, I'd say this is probably like I want to say it's like a $20 card. I don't know, maybe more, a little bit more, but would we want that graded? I don't know. Probably not. This rookie card, Alex Rod, these are all really high grade. I have a couple of these. They're all pretty high grade. I just don't know if I want to get that graded. I don't think we need to get that graded. Beautiful around card there, turn the century. Also very high grade. This is actually a numbered one. Maybe we will get this graded. I just wish, he were more popular. He's a great business guy now, but I don't know if he will ever get into. I mean, I'm sure at some point the writers will start writing in the steroid guys at some point. And I don't know if we're going to submit. We'll keep that in the maybe piles. Here is one. This is a Hall of Fame player, and Chipper Jones refractor. I mean, you can see the refracting color there. No, maybe you can't. It's a refractor because it says so on the back. And this is mint, Gem Mint 10. I don't know how much this is worth, but I do like Chipper Jones. It's a beautiful card of him hitting a baseball. So, yeah, that can be a submission right there. We have our rookie, emotion rookie. This is actually a really nice looking emotion rookie card. It's in high grade. I just don't know if I want to submit any of these A-Rod cards. This Messina, it's got sharp corners, but you can see the foil ink rub on the foil there. That's not pretty. Special FX. There's a hologram in there. There's a lot of hologram. I was collecting in the mid 90s, and comics like comics, the cards were gimmicky as well. So you had all these like holographic foil, shiny aluminum stuff printed, and they're just trying to make these cards look cooler than they actually are. This one is a Topps, one of those Topps, I think, refractors that they had as a mystery, right? They had this black film over it, and you had to take it off to reveal the card. But the thing about the film is you can actually kind of see the imprint on top of the film. And I know this is a Ken Griffey Jr. card. I looked down and got the Ken Griffey. All great players here. We got Hideo Nomo, we got Cal Ripken, Mike Piazza, Ken Griffey, and Frank Thomas. But the one I wanted was Ken Griffey, and it's the one we have here. Still has that film on there, and it looks beautifully mint and preserved. Just gotta not get it graded. Hit Parade. This is a numbered card. 129 of 5,000. It is a nice looking card. I just don't know if we want to get it graded. This ugly classic orange card. That's Gary Sheffield rookie. Ooh, okay. So this Chris Webber rookie. I gotta admit, I think this is a 10 worthy card. You're really looking at the quality of the foil. The foil looks really nice. On the back as well. There's a little bit of cracking on that foil there, though. There's just like I don't know if that's cracking, or I guess you could say it's like a streak of some kind. So I don't know if that would probably take it out of contention. So we won't submit that one. This one. It's one of my favorite cards of Jordan in my collection. I don't have many Jordan cards, but this is beautiful. That's a beautiful card right there. And I'm looking at the condition here. 4 sharp corners. The foil looks absolutely flawless. Smooth edges. Back foils look very clean as well. Smooth. So we think we have 10 potential here on the Jordan nicknames. This is the Jordan nicknames, famous nicknames, and Air. I think it's Air Jordan, but his nickname, I guess, is Air. Famous nicknames, Mr. Air. Again, flawless card, so that will get submitted. Oh, we got a nice little pile here of submissions. That is a lot of money right there, actually. So if I submitted all this, I'd be broke and I couldn't buy comics. So we're gonna have to find a way to finance these and finance the submissions, and then sell them and finance my comic book collection. I went over the grading of these cards here. These are all high grade. That we would submit. This one also we would submit because it's high grade. I mean, potentially 10s, but I mean, this is his SP. This is SPFX Hollow View insert. And this is an expensive card, even if you don't get it slab. But if it come back 9 or 10, that's a big card. And of course, this is the Griffey card. I already have this in a quote unquote gem. Actually, this one, I don't know. I think it has potential to come back high grade, but I don't know. There's a little bit that foil diamond isn't perfect. So the screws are pressing down, so it looks like there's like an issue there, but I know it's just the holder pressing down on the corners, so it looks good. I don't know. That's something we would just want to have slabbed, I think. Even if it were to come back 9 or 8, that'd still look dope because I love Griffey. So all 3 of these are slab worthy. So we got 3 more there. This is turning out to be better than I anticipated in terms of potentially ones that could come up. So these aren't worth a lot, so I'm not going to spend. Now this is a Hideo Nomo. I showed this off in my previous video. Awesome, guys. Great. Thanks, man. Let people know I'm doing this with my collection, so get more feedback on. So this is the authentic game worn jersey Hideo Nomo card. This is a card that has to be gem mint. I mean, I barely have taken this card out, and I'm looking at it. Corners are sharp. Everything looks really, really good. So this is something we'd want to get graded, because if this comes back anything above a 9, this would have really high resale value in Japan, which is where I'd want to sell it. Now, I do go to Japan. I know there's a bunch of card shops there, especially now with Otani like blowing it up there. There are so many baseball card collectors in Japan now, because they collect cards, the Japanese version of the hobby there. And so something like this, an American baseball card, game worn jersey lately. I mean, there's a lot of Nomo fans. Nomo's so popular in Japan. So that's definitely something we'd submit. Same here. This is a Shaq rookie card. The foil looks good. The back looks good. Don't mind it. There's like a plastic film over this, so just trust me. It's going to come back high grade. It's a rookie card, so that's something. If it came back in a 9 or 10, would be really improved. So this one here, this is not mint in any. This is not a mint card. There's issues with this card, but the back of this card has Ken Griffey Jr.'s signature, also in ballpoint pen, also on the back of a Mariners ticket. Hey, God is great. I would trade you an Otani rookie card for something here. I really want an Otani rookie card. So if you want to trade something, I am down. I'm not going to trade this. This is something I would never trade because, again, I went to Baltimore Orioles game probably in April, right around April. So one of his first home games of the season. It was a game where he and Cal Ripken Jr., the other junior, Cal Ripken Jr. and he were part of. He came out pregame, signed stuff. I didn't have a card. All I had was my ticket stub, and he signed the back of that. So it was the back of a ticket, but signed his rookie year. And I will. This is what launched my love affair of Ken Griffey Jr. From that rookie season. Boom. A good memory with my dad, too. My dad was there. We're chilling, hanging out. All right, so Ken Griffey Jr., that's a beautiful card. Beautiful card. Just the Alex Rodriguez card on the back. Those are, okay, here's a big one. This is a premier prospect. This one also gem mint potential. So, I'm looking at corners right now. Corners look flawless. Back, checking the foil. Foil looks good. Everything looks super duper on this one. I think got another 10 potential right there. That's a big card that comes back at 10. Man, would that be incredible? If all of these came back 10s, man, would I be happy. These are not 10s, so they're not going anywhere, but I would want his card from both the Japanese and so I would want his Angels rookie card, and I think he played. If I get his Japanese rookie card, that'd be great too. You probably want to hang on to that one though. I doubt I could afford his Japanese rookie card, but anything from the Angels would be good, and anything in his second or third year with the. I think he only played 2-3 seasons, right, in Japan. Maybe it was 4 seasons, but anyway, anything from his first couple seasons would be great. God is great. So let me know in terms of if you have anything just like what you're willing to trade. I'd want it in high grade. I'd want it, just let me know in terms of the value, what you're seeking, and let's make something happen, man. If you see anything here you like, just let me know. And for Otani, I would trade Kobe rookies for for an Otani rookie. That's a no-brainer. So yeah, I know Kobe rookies are probably going to be worth more in the whole scheme of things, but who knows? If Otani keeps doing what he's doing for like a decade, then that would be moot. Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about like the best. So this one has a lot of foil issues there, as you can see. The foil rubbed off. This is a horrible set. Don't ever buy this set. This 2001 is an Upper Deck set. Man, that's just a bad set. This one is another really like low print insert set. The next, it's a holograph. This one's absolutely beautiful mint card as well. So high value as well. So it's just, A-Rod's fallen on hard times, man. I had all his like really pricey cards and now they're not worth much. Off-centered. But I love me some Ewing. I love me some Patty Ewing. He played for the Sonics, I think, in his last season. Sonic's for life. You'll go in the Hall of Fame as a Sonic, I'm sure. I'm just kidding. Love me some Patty Ewing, but I don't know. Should I get this? This is a big card. We already know the centering's off, but outside of the centering, it's clean. I mean, judge for yourself. The corners are clean. It's just the centering that's maybe that corner as well. Yeah, there's some corner issues, but I mean, it's still a beautiful looking card. We'll just keep it in the collection. We don't need to get everything slabbed. In fact, I don't need to get this Sammy Sosa rookie card slabbed, even though it's a real clean looking card. Don't mind, that's the film up there. It's a real clean looking card, so trust me, this has 10 potential. Just don't, I don't know if I'd want to have a Gem Mint 10 Sammy Sosa card in my collection. That's the only issue. We've got a Jim Lee Wildcats prismatic card here. If that glare don't blind you, Jim Lee's art will. This is even has Jim Lee old school signature in the back there. So that's let me get that PSA graded just for fun. But it would not come back a Gem Mint because that corner, that edge, it's not clean. So probably keep that in the collection then. All right, so we've got a bunch of Griffey cards here mixed in with some other random cards. So I think the bulk of the submission is done. I don't see much in the way of, because that's the thing. Something coming by Gem Mint is a thing, but the card also has to be the card. All right, I'll look out for that video. God is great. And I'll let you know what interests me. And thanks, by the way, for considering a trade. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts on Ohtani is, but I know he's like really one of the hottest athletes to collect. So the fact that you would offer that is pretty cool. I was just going to go out and spend money on an Ohtani card, which probably would not be a good idea right now, because it's so expensive. But anyway, these are tickets from when my dad and I went to the 95 ALCS, the furthest the Mariners had ever gotten. They went to the ALCS in, I think, 2000 as well, and lost to the Yankees. That sucked, and losing to the Indians also sucked. But it was a good memory with my dad. We actually went to see the game in Cleveland because I was going to school out there. So he came out there, we got tickets, and it was like minus 500 degrees Kelvin. And we had this like lakefront wind whipping off the top of the stadium and just hitting our faces the entire game. We got beer thrown on us by Cleveland fans, and because we were not going to sit there without our Mariner caps on, right, and our Mariner gear. So we were two lonely Mariner fans sitting in a sea of probably the worst mascot in any sport. The Cleveland Indians. I think they changed their names now, right? They're the Cleveland something Chargers or something. But yeah, not a fan of the Indians at all. So there are a bunch of cards here. These are all high grade, and really, if I'm going to submit something here, it'd have to be like just a beautiful like Griffey card, right? And these, I just love all these Griffey cards. They're beautiful to look at. That's great. That's a beautiful card right there. That's a nice card. The bat flip. That's a nice card. These flare cards are nice. This is a nice one. The Reggie Jackson Clutch Performers. It's just him fielding there with the shades on, his hat on backward. Reggie saying, "The kid is the brightest star in the galaxy of big superstars." You betcha. This one here has got the signature there. That's a nice card. Love that. Love that 90s look there. So all of these are just like nice cards to. Some of these are really would be really nice cards to submit. Go through that again, just for you Griffey fans here. I got a lot of Griffey cards, as you can see. That's and so I don't know. Would we want to submit some of these? Maybe. That's a nice card there. That's a nice card. So what is this? Griffey hits another 2-out homer in game against Red Sox, April 4th, 1997. Boom. In 97, he hit a lot of home runs in 97. But if we go down the rabbit hole of wanting to submit Griffey cards, then it's going to be a deep. So this is a card I want to get signed. That'd be a nice card. Now, this is a beautiful. This is one of my favorite Griffey cards because of the photo. I may just get this slabbed because it's such a beautiful card. All right, that's something we could slab. Oh, there's so many nice cards at Griffey here. Just go through them here. Some of these red cards. That's an Edgar Martinez card there. Dominators. Griffey Senior card. Dan Marino card. Sean Kemp. Clear cut. The Rain Man. Found this Derek Jeter. It's not really as technically his rookie card, but it is a rookie card from the top set. Future Star card from the top set. This is a 96 tops, right? What is this? Yeah, 96 tops. So it's, I think, a second year card. We got Alex Rodriguez there. This PX. This emotion card is a beautiful emotion card. We got the gold medallion, Ultra. These Zenith cards are nice. Nice. Promo sample card. Are these worth anything? The Sports Illustrated promo sample card? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there are people that collect that. I love this Double Trouble. This was like one of my favorite cards because it's just like, going back to the 90s, these guys were teammates, and man, they become a lethal combo for a few years. Let's see here, we got Double Trouble, we got the Flare. The Flare's a nice set too. This one's nice, chronicling the hitting machine. I think this chronicles. No, it's just one of those interesting sets. I like this Global Impact Korean flag there in the background. Postseason Glory. That's a nice card. Profiles. Okay, there's that. So it turns out this card is not worth a lot. I thought for sure being an ACC card. But this is from a company called Press Pass. They probably produced 1 billion of these or something. That's probably why it's not worth a lot. But it's technically Duncan's collegiate card. So I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't be worth a lot. Got some Barry Bonds here. Eminent. Master of the Game. Martin McGuire. That's a nice card. Got a Roger Clemens. This is nice. Yeah. Clemens second year card. This is another set that's just brutally hard to dark bordering there. Brutally hard to get cards in high grade. I love this 86 Flair set. This had to be one of my favorite sets from the 80s, as I was collecting in the 80s. As a kid, not a lot of my cards survived the early years of my collecting because I was just kept them in boxes and kept touching them and stuff. So, but later, I became more adept decorating. This Bo Jackson card, just discovered it recently. Had a couple of them in there, so beautiful Bo Jackson card from this Dream Team score. 1990 score set. Nice Bo Jackson card. Some more Griffies, Platinum Power, Special Edition, Cyclone Squad. This is a great emotion card, Junior. That's something I might want slabbed. This flare is also very nice. All right, so those are some Griffey cards. Okay. So we are going to end with potentially some submissions as well. Okay, so this is a card I think a gem mint in this card is $1,000. And let me know if you think this has potential. I'm actually going to open this one up so you can take a look. So we've got, now this is a card from 1975, and if you don't know the significance of this card, it's not his rookie card, but 75 was the year he hit that famous, where he's waving the home run to stay fair, right? That was from the 75 World Series. So this was the set. If you're going to collect a card of Carlton Fisk's, you probably want the year he hit that, probably his most famous, what he's most famously known for, right? And this is perfectly centered, as you can see. Corners are very nice. So, I mean, this one, I think this has potential for 10 written all over it. Oh, but wait. The damn back is like that. The front looks perfect, but the back is miscut. Look at that. Some idiot didn't do his job. All right, so this is a card we would not want to submit because would not come back at 10. Let me know what you think this would come back as. The front is absolutely beautiful. The back is not. It's the centering is the issue on the back. I know this. I think this would be in the 8.5 because that's a huge. That centering is just going to throw off the grading there. So this is probably an 8.5 at best. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should submit this? I just love this card. I love this card. I think we will submit it. If that were to even come back an 8, it's still a card. I think for me, for like just the game, right? The history of the game. That's a card you'd want to have. If you're gonna collect, if Carlton Fisk is going to be remembered in history, it's for that card right there. We've got some numbered Griffies here. This slideshow is a nice card. It does have, I think, issues though on the edges and stuff. So, Stadium Club is a nice picture card. I don't know. Rookie update. Alex A-Rod rookie update card is pretty too. Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything here that's submission worthy. Got Chenho. Here's a Kobe Bryant. Another Kobe Bryant rookie card. Okay, so this one has Jermaine O'Neal, Kevin Garnett, and Kobe. So there's a Kobe rookie. This one is one of those like perforated like 3-card thing cards. But what's really important on this is, of course, the centering, which looks pretty centered. And yeah, I think this would come back high grade, right? There are some issues there. I can't see through the case really, but like right there on that corner there. I don't know, it looks pretty sharp to me. From that camera angle, that looks pretty sharp. That's sharp. That's sharp. I think we looked at this angle again. Looked at this corner again. Or was that the corner? Either way, what do you think? Again, another Kobe rookie. I think we want to just submit it because it's Kobe, right? I think Kobe's gonna go. All right, so what do we have? We have Jason Kidd rookie. This is another card we'd want to submit. It's just pressed up against the screen there. It's not staining or anything there. Yeah, this is going to come back high grade, so submit that. Anything Jordan is going to be, highly sought after. We got a mantle there. This Piazza's Pinnacle. This is, I think, one of those, what is it? Z-Team. Some of those inserts. This is a high price card there. Early Piazza. Let me know if that's something I'd want, if I should submit. This Jeter card as well, so that's something we want to submit. This Jordan Dynasty Collection, this is numbered 23,000. I think that's something we'd want to. 23,000 is a lot of. That's a lot of cards. But it's Jordan. This is what 91, 92, the second. This was actually came out before he won his 6th title. I think it's his 2nd championship right there versus the Trailblazers. So the card looks really nice too. All right, we'll get that. We'll get that slabbed. Barry Bonds. These are nice. That Barry Sanders looks like this. Larry Walker. Not centered well though. All right, so I'll put these back in here. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. That would. We're getting to the. Yeah, so these are all nice cards. There's just nothing here that I think would command a lot of value, even if it were to come back a 10. I don't know. Let me know if that Mickey Mantle. This is a card I want to get. I'd want in a slab. Love that signature there and the stance, the focus. And this is not an expensive one. It's a collector's choice, right? There are a lot of these. But that's just a pretty card. I think I'll just submit it. Because there are a few of these Griffey cards that are just sentimental favorites. They've been in my collection. The ones that just capture Griffey, his playing days. Like, for example, this one too, right? That's a beautiful card right there. Just there's some foil issues. That's a card we could potentially get graded, but I don't know. All right, so that's that, and thank you for sticking around. God is great, and chilling out with me as I go over my card collection here. Now I've got more cards, but this is sort of these are the big highlights. Again, I've got a big binder full of cards, which I have not accessed since, I want to say 1997 is the last time I looked at those cards. So there are a bunch of cards in binders. I know there's a lot of rookies there. I probably have a few Jeter rookies in there. I probably have, like a bunch of minor star rookies, like Albert Bell. Got a lot of older cards too. So like, I don't know, like Wally Joyner rookies and stuff like that. Jose Canseco rookies, maybe some Mark McGwire rookies. But most of that is like late 80s, early 90s, bunch of upper deck, bunch of 89 upper deck. So like the Nolan Ryan football is probably in that. Bunch of Hall of Famers, I'm sure. There's a lot of Hall of Famer cards in there, like a bunch of Ripkins, bunch of Gwynns, bunch of Mattingly's, Boggs, players, cards of that nature. So we've got a pretty good stack of potential submissions here. Okay, so hopefully, like Sean, if you're watching this video, hopefully you can provide some feedback. Also, other community members who collect cards, if you're watching this video, feel free to give me your impression on what you saw. And so specifically, I'm asking for really grading advice, So like Trev, I know you pop in from time to time. Trev, if you get a chance to watch this video, let me know what you think of the just of the, I guess, the condition, whether you think these are worth submitting or not. If there's anything you see here that you think, oh man, don't bother, feel free to let me know. I just think, this is me kind of getting back into collecting, because I haven't really, you can see it's sort of stopped collecting in the 90s. Pretty much. I have cards into the 2000s, but that's not a lot. I have, a few. I had to get Durant's card. I had to get Ichiro's card. But anything pretty much from 2001 and beyond, I didn't collect much. Because by that time, Griffey had moved on to Cincinnati, and it just wasn't fun to collect stuff anymore after Griffey left my team. So, and the same thing with A-Rod. A-Rod just ended up being just ended up going to Texas and then the Yankees, and we all know how he cheated and stuff. So I just when things like that, when the guys you collect end up kind of betraying you in that way, it's not fun to collect anymore. But leading up to when I got out of collecting, so all the stuff that you see here, this is all cool stuff, I think. Like, let me know if this is worth sending in. A Ripken, 83 Ripken Fleer. Looks to be really high grade. This Kobe card definitely has to be submitted. I'd be happy just getting this back slabbed, regardless of the grade. So some of these cards I just want in a nice slab, right? I should say all of these cards I want in a nice slab, which is pretty much the reason I have them here. It's just, it gets to be like, I can't necessarily afford this submission. So it's kind of like comic books. It's like, I'd love to get all my books slabbed. But I have to really reserve submissions for the stuff I really want to, that are part of my personal collection, and things either have high resale value if they're high grade, or they're just stuff I want to keep in my collection. So in terms of the card stuff, some of these, like for example, this is something I'd be willing to sell. Came back Gem Mint 10. I'd be willing to sell that. This, on the other hand, I'd want to keep slabbed. I'd want to keep this one. This one I'd sell. I'd sell to a Japanese collector. I think I'd want to keep all of these three here. And I'd want to keep all of these. Well, no. I think I could sell the Aikman and the Sanders rookies. I could part with that Chipper Jones. I'd want to keep this rookies. I'd want to keep Cal Ripken. I'd want to keep Kobe. I'd want to keep the Michael Jordan. unless I get a really good price for that one. I'd want to sell. I could sell that Shaquille. I'd want to keep the Dan Marino. I could sell the Elway. This. So I'd want to keep this one. Because a card like this just is like bragging rights, right? It's just bragging rights. It's like, hey, do you have a 52 mantle in your collection? I didn't think so, right? So, sorry. Yeah. It's a 52 mantle. Is it 56 mantle or 52 mantle? Either way. Yeah, it's a 52 mantle. It's a rookie card. So, not too many people can say they have this card, whether it's a reprint or the original. So I'm sure there are a lot of people who want this card, right? But there are not a lot of collectors who have this card. Now you can go out and buy it, and by all means, if you want this card badly enough, like most people should. This is like probably, if you're talking about most valuable cards outside of this like early tobacco cards, we're talking like just modern era cards, is probably along with Maze's rookie and this card, probably one of the most expensive cards. The original I'm talking about, not this reprint. But that's the thing about the original. You're not going to have it in high grade. And this here, that is, minus that little commemorative foil thing, this is a beautiful, as it was kind of, just an absolute beautiful reprint of this card. So that is something I'd want in the slab to come back. Gem Mint 10. If it came back a 9, I'd still be happy. But I honestly think this has 10 potential. It's flawless. It's beautifully flawless. Like you look at the card and you're just like, ooh. And this card here as well. This SP rookie card, probably his best rookie card, right? I know that there's not a lot of Kobe rookies. I know his Stadium Club, or his whatchamacallit. Yeah, his Stadium Club, that set got a lot of love back in the day. So that Stadium Club set, or what was it? I'm not mistaking Stadium Club with something else. Anyway, one of those sets back in the day was really popular. I think it was Stadium Club. But anyway, this is also a set that was, Upper Deck SP was just kind of coming out as sort of the higher end set from Upper Deck. And so, yeah, this was a popular set. It didn't have a lot of cards in the set, but it definitely had these premier prospects from this year. I think, who was part of this class? It was a good rookie class. I think I'm trying to think. Kobe, I think Duncan was in this class as well, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Duncan was in the previous year, but anyway, Duncan was in the previous year. Anyway, this is Gem Mint 10 potential as well. So just those two cards, I think, coming back high grade would really be amazing. Like amazing. And this is another Kobe rookie. We hope to get back in as a 10. So again, these are all, I think, slab worthy and worthy of keeping in the collection. And these ones are a little bit more questionable and something we may. That's a nice looking card. So we'll see. Right? The mantle is something like, again, I think some of these reprint cards, they're really highly sought after, but the grade is important, right, as well. And so I just know if you're a mantle collector, for example, you'll probably have some of his later cards that are worth a lot, but that's the grail, right? That's a grail. And so everybody wants a grail in their collection, even if it is a reprint. So the mantle card for me, I still remember when I pulled it, I was like just kind of blinded by the beauty of the card. And I knew it'd be something I'd keep in my collection forever. So that's a gem mint 10 right there. It just screams like, I can imagine the guy grading this just being like, wow, that's a pretty card. And getting sucked into like, okay, we'll give it a 10, right? Like, I mean, if you were lucky enough to grade the actual card of this, I'd be like, gee, oh my God, I'm grading this grail. But it has the feel of grading a grail without being the actual grail, but it's also just a pretty grail. You'll never see a card like this in this pristine condition. So that's just fun. I had a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to end this with the first pack. We're going to, and I'm cheating. I should, everybody kind of rips their packs. But me being the condition freak that I am, I'm going to cut open these card packs and gently yeah, I mean this is one option if you don't want to damage your cards. So what are we hoping from this Wildstorm 95 Wildstorm Gallery? This is, again, I took these comics out of this book here, this Team 7 Objective Hell. Nice Barry Windsor Smith comic. This book will never amount to anything because no one cares about mutant military super team type stories anymore. I don't know, maybe Team 7 will make a comeback at some point, but I did enjoy Team 7, which is why I have so many worthless copies of it. But this had 2 packs of single cards located inside it. And so I thought, you know what? Let's unpack it. Let's rip the pack and see what we get. So I kind of looked at the Wildstorm Gallery set prior to making, prior to starting this video. And there's not a lot there in terms of collectability. So what we're hoping for is something where Jim Lee has done the art. But that's the thing. On an earlier Wildstorm set, we probably would have had all Jim Lee art. But this is 95, and he got a bunch of his lesser talented artist friends to do I shouldn't say lesser talented, I just say people that aren't him to do the art on it. And so we have a lot of people who contributed. So we might not see Jim Lee art per se. The next best thing we'd hope for, if it's not Jim Lee art on the card, the next thing we'd hope for is a grifter card, a Fairchild card, maybe a zealot card, or like a death blow card. One of those characters would be a nice pull as well. So, okay, let's see what we got. We're going to just pull the first card, and we have a Michael Cray card. And I think, speaking of Team 7, we have a Team 7 member, and this is art by, it's signed Chiodo, so I'm thinking that's Joe Chiodo, card art by Joe Chiodo. All right, so there you go, Michael Gray, Joe Chiodo art. Not what we were hoping for. All right, let's hope this is a little bit better of a pull. So again, Fairchild, Grifter, Death Blow, anybody but a Team 7 member. Here we go. What do we got? We have Attica. There you go. Attica was named after a New York prison, says co-creator Jim Lee. He was a former gang member who acquired incredible technology. He's a cyborg counterpart to Spartan. Everything Spartan is, Attica tries to emulate but can't because he's a pathetic scumbag. He'll provide more comic relief in the future as this self-realization eats away at him. Okay, so there's mention of Jim Lee, but not Jim Lee art. Oh, wait, that could be Jim Lee art. No, card art by Matt Wagner, which is pretty cool. Matt Wagner is, he's a very well-respected comic book creator, best known for his Grendel work. But I gotta say, that's just a little bit disappointing. Okay, so we just unpacked two cards that these aren't even like standard card size. These are just like super long. I don't know why they had to make them super long. It was the 90s. People thought, yeah, we'll make these really long cards and they'll be well preserved. These actually were well preserved in the comic book until I took them out now, so probably just killed these cards. All right. That is it. I don't see much else I can share in this. Thanks, K-pop. I was actually disappointed at this rip. I was hoping for like anybody from Gen 13, anybody in like a grifter card, anybody from the Wildcats even. Emp would have been good. We got Michael Gray and Attica. Two characters that are will sit in the DC archives, never to be utilized. Well, maybe Attica will. That's actually a cool name, right? Attica, the New York prison. But yeah, anyway, that is what we very anxiously pulled from these two packs that's sat in this comic for almost 30 years. But I think that's fun. I think what we'll do is we'll look out for more card packs from the 90s, because I imagine we can probably pick up these issues for like in the quarter bins. I'll have to check and see if they have the cards. I know some of the Marvel ones have the cards in them, and so right, you probably have them in your books somewhere, and you should keep them in your books, right? You should keep them in your books, but you should not take them out like I did and rip them, because the mystery of what is in the pack is probably more valuable than actually ripping them open. So, but yeah, I had fun. I've been having fun just, I have, so just to let you know what I have planned. A lot of you know I'm going to Emerald City Comic Con. So Agu Rhythm and we've set a date. We're meeting on February 4th, and we're going to go to we're going to go to Tacoma, and we're going to get, I'm just going to, I like showing this off. So we're going to get, hit up maybe 4 comic book shops in the Tacoma area. And we're going there to pick up blank sketch covers, because we want to get some sketch art done. So again, we're not trying to pick up sketch covers for like full cover price or anything. We're trying to get sketch covers for like $1 or something. And I know Destiny City Comics in Tacoma, he has really a lot of good books in his bargain bins and stuff. So anyway, that's what we're looking for. We're also looking for like cheap key books of some of the artists that are there. So Dustin Nguyen, John Boy Myers, Humberto Ramos, Joe Rubenstein. There are a bunch of creators. So we're going to just kind of look through the bargain bins and see what we can pick up by those artists. So we're hitting up the quarter bins at Ancient Comics for sure, because I'm sure we'll be able to find some Rubenstein inked goodness there. We'll be able to find Dustin Nguyen books there for a quarter. Maybe, I don't know, if John Boy might be a harder find, but that's sort of the plan. So we'll do that. We'll probably film stuff as we're digging and just having a fun day, he and I. And then, so I'm not going to spend a lot on that haul. Just going to be very disciplined, because again, turns out I have about $385 to spend at the con. I am going to reserve 85 of that just to have after the con for whatever. And we're going to spend 300, do some really targeted spending, 300, try to spend that on 1 or 2, maybe 3 key books that I'm trying to pick up. The other option is, and this is something, so Naman Hyung and we reached out to John Boy Myers, and John Boy's like, great, looking forward to connecting with you, and right, yeah, that's a great goal. Katie. I think that's something. So we want to get some like sketches or original art or commission work, but so we reached out to John Boy, and John Boy, his sketches are $200. Sorry, his remarks are $200, and his sketch covers are 500. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Simon Beasley, yeah. That's so man, having Simon Bisley do commission original art or even a signature, that would be incredible. Like something even in pencil would be just incredible. But to have something, yeah, I'd want it in pencil, right? You want him to just do it in pencil and and put that thing in like a. I don't know how you'd preserve pencil so it doesn't smear, and I guess there's a way you could do it, right? That would be amazing to have Simon Bisley do anything, like even a doodle, right? Would be amazing. He's just such an amazing artist. His style of art is just his style of art is so. Even like an index card with the lines and everything, even him drawing something on an index card would be amazing. But so yeah, I mean, we want to get some original art. Like so, we reached out to John Boy and told him we're coming. He's looking forward to it, and then we asked him, hey, what are you charging for remarks and sketch covers? And John Boy said 200 for remarks and 500 for sketch covers. And my jaw kind of dropped and said, okay, well, I only have $300. So I could spend 2/3 of that on a really cool remark. I have my remark idea, and John Boy, he even I think is excited to do it. Should I pay? Should I decide to do it? The issue is, I don't know. I love John Boy Myers. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I think his remarks wouldn't be worth $200. They absolutely are worth $200. It's just I have $300 to spend at the con, and it's one of those things like if I get a remark, if I get a John Boy Myers original remark on a comic book, I'd have $100 to spend at the con, which can be fun, So you can pick up a lot of stuff with $100 at the con. So we're debating. I'm debating to where to spend my money. The other thing is like, it doesn't necessarily have to be John Boy Myers. I think some of the ideas I have for the remarks can be done by any really talented artist. So that's the other thing. I think Namin Hyung and I and Agu are going to kind of scour the convention for exciting artists who aren't charging as much, maybe. So, maybe getting some of the lesser known artists who maybe are doing really, reasonable commissions, like, low priced commissions. Because that would be just cool too, you don't necessarily have to like make a name or have it, be well known, but man, if you can draw a mean Darth Vader or a mean, Spider Gwen, by all means, like I will pay you some money to do that on a comic book. So that's the other option, to just kind of spend less and get some books remarked, or get some books signed, or get some books, get some original comic art, right? Those are some things we could potentially look into. And yeah, and again, trying to pick up some big books. So yeah, again, we got $300 we're taking to the con. Oh yeah, okay. That's some. How much would he charge for that, Tony Moy? I think something in watercolor would be cool. So you're saying what, like, kind of like what Peach Momoko does, like with the different brush ink and then watercolor backgrounds and color. That would be cool, actually. Ooh, for original art, $80. That would be cool. And Tony Moy has is doing books right now. Is he on a book? I can probably check his profile, but that's another option. 80 for something like original art. Okay, Joey. Joey is your Twitch buddy. Is there like a friend and family discount if we drop your name? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll look into that. That's an option. I'll go check out his art actually after this broadcast. So yeah, I mean, that's good. I mean, yeah, if he's charging 80 for original art, that's, and he's doing, I mean, you can basically tell him to draw anything, he can draw it, right? So if I gotta say, hey, can you draw Superman? He could draw Superman. That'd be cool. That's something we'd look into. I think that's a good. I think I'd want to come back with some original art. So I'll really go over all the artists. I did see an artist there who I want to commission for a sketch cover, or not a sketch, sorry, a remark. And I know she'll be promoting a book. Her name is Ariel Jovallanos. Have you heard of her, Katie? Ariel Jovallanos. I think she's fairly unknown at this point. She's coming out with a pretty big book for DC soon, but it hasn't dropped. It's dropping in April. The con will be in March. So I think she'll be in promo mode for that book. And by all what I could glean from the previews of that book, her art style is, she's talented, for one, but she has a very kind of like a more cartoon, or I should say Disney animated kind of feel to her art, which is really cool. Oh, so you've heard of her. Okay, cool. But okay, cool. So maybe she will be expensive then. I'm hoping we can get some so I'm hoping she can because we want to get that promo book. So I'm willing to buy the book, have her sign, and because I'm sure she'll have copies of the book there. So if she has copies of the book, we'll buy a book. Hopefully she'll sign it, and hopefully she'll do, because it's not, the book isn't for me per se. It's for somebody I have in mind. So hopefully she'll do a little doodle or maybe a little remark of some kind. And on top of that, for myself, if she, because she's working on a Lois Lane book, and you don't work on a Lois Lane book unless I think the publishers would vet whether she could draw a good Superman or not. So I'm assuming she can draw a pretty good Superman. And so if that's the case, I would want her to draw Superman for me. That would be kind of cool. So yeah, we'll see. I just want to keep my options open. I don't want to say I'm definitely, because it's not one of those cons this year. It's not like I'm going there to just meet a lot of cool artists and interview them, connect with them, engage with them, and then just see what I connect with and what I want to drop coin on. But outside of that, I don't want to say oh, I'm going there to get this artist. I mean, I thought that's what I want to do with John Boy, but then, I don't know, 200 is a lot on a remark, and 500 is a lot for a sketch cover. So, it's no, I don't think we'll be doing that. I love John Boy Myers, but I also like eating and having heat in my home. So we'll have to see. But it's fun to kind of figure this stuff out as we plan. So anyway, Agu and I are going to be hitting some local comic shops, getting some books for, again, sketch covers, original art, signings, and the like, as well as just picking up cheap books, like key books for cheap. But I am going to be disciplined and try not to do that, spend so much. I do want to keep $300 readily available for the con, so we'll be doing that. Yeah. But how was your weekend? Do anything interesting? How was the weather in Michigan? I was in San Francisco, and the weather there was incredible. Absolutely perfect, beautiful California, sunshiny, cool, not too warm weather. Yeah, I mean, they're really blessed with weather out there. I'm not talking about the rain that they got, but when things are normal, California's one of probably the best places for weather in our country. Oh yeah? Great. Yeah, I should probably do some working out as well. Oh no. More snow. Yeah. Well, yeah. Stay safe and stay warm. It's not going to snow. Well, I mean, it is supposed to rain more here. It's just been raining. We live in Seattle here, so it's pretty much, rain is part of life. But we do look forward to getting that respite from the rain come summer. So yeah, looking forward to this summer. Looking forward to get warm. I'm sure you're also looking forward to spring and getting warmer. I know Michigan is one of those places where outside of the winter it's really nice. So just make it through the winter, which is spring is actually not so far, I guess. By the time the con rolls around, it'll be we'll be entering spring. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, oh, another update. Yeah, I've got my submission at CGC has now moved from CCS to scheduled for grading. So because they're older books, I have another 160 some days to wait till those are out. Yay. Yeah. Oh, nice. Right? Like that's another thing about nice weather. You can go out and do stuff like activities and 5Ks. That's awesome. Yeah. What are there any like cons coming up? I think you mentioned that you're going to one of the local cons there. Was that in summer or is that coming up in February? Couldn't remember. It's coming up soon, right? Your local con? Hopefully that's fun. Yeah, I think I am gonna hit up half price books tomorrow. I am doing it now, but I'm just doing it because um, I found this book there, and then I went to Berkeley this weekend, and I just hit up half price books randomly because it was there in Berkeley. Like if it weren't there, I probably would have not even thought to go to half price books during my trip. But here we are eating ramen in Berkeley, and then across the street there's a half price book. So I just told my wife we got to stop in. And I hunted for about maybe 10 minutes, and I found a second copy of this book. So I found two copies of this book, both for $2 within like 2 weeks of each other. That is just crazy. Oh, your con is the same week as the Emerald City Comic Con. Okay. Um, who are some of the artists that are there? Anybody I would know? Yeah, and who are the artists that you're going to see that you're excited about? I guess. Emerald City Comic Con is starting early this year because normally, so like 2 years ago it was in November. I think that was an anomaly because of the pandemic. It's like kind of they were just waiting. Ah, we can have the con now, and it just happened to be around like the fall. Um, Obar. Oh, that's the one with Obar. Okay, so you are. Well, that should be fun. James Obar. And you're gonna get original work or like a book sketch cover. You said you wanted to get a sketch cover, right? By Obar. That should be fun. Well, you got to show that off. Is he expensive? I guess expensive is relative, but are you It sounds like you have to, if you're going to have to save up for it, sounds like it's expensive. That's awesome. Well, yeah, hopefully you have a good engagement with him and he draws you something spectacular. Yeah, I wish the Emerald City Comic Con would, kind of promote the pricing of these, because I know you have to go there and kind of look at go to the table and see what they have. So it's one of those things you will learn as you're there what they're charging, whether you ask or whether it's advertised. But I wish the cons would do a better job of advertising that beforehand, just so that people have an idea. Okay, I'm taking this amount of money with me, and just knowing how much to prepare, or I strategically kind of calculating who or what you want coming out of the con, so that you don't like take too little money or take too much money or spend too much in one area. Yeah. Anyway, right? Yeah. That's the thing about cons too. Like, the food options are. I mean, the nice thing about Emerald City Comic Con, well, I shouldn't say nice. It's in the heart of downtown Seattle, so you have options to eat outside of the venue, and they give you the option to go out and grab food and whatnot. But yeah, being down restaurants in downtown are really expensive, and it's not like you can go grab Taco Bell or McDonald's. I think there is a McDonald's. It's a couple blocks away. They have like Chipotle too, a couple blocks down. They do have some options, but when you have a bunch of hungry nerds like roaming the streets for food, it's always you're always going to be competing with people for the cheap, good options. So we'll see. Well, that's awesome. I wish our con was 10 minutes away from my or a short walk from that would be awesome. I guess that would be a perk to living. If you had a place downtown, that would be nice. Like some high-rise place downtown. You could just walk to the con, go home, eat lunch, come back. That'd be cool. All right, well, thanks for hopping on, Katie. It's late there. Oh my goodness. You should get some sleep. But yeah, hopefully we'll connect again. I'm going to probably do some more videos this week, so we'll connect then as well. Nice. Yeah, that's the nice thing about Emerald City Comic Con too. It's got a big anime, like they've got a lot of anime artists. There's a whole anime section there. There's a lot of space and just attention devoted to manga and anime. So that's really, I am into anime manga, but I've kind of fallen out of it now that I'm not watching as much of it or keeping up with it as much of it as I have in the past. So not sure. I know My Hero Academia, like everybody's telling me to get into it and watch it and stuff. So I want to do that, but I don't know, to start watching like Crunchyroll and go through all the ads and stuff. Just such a, I don't know. Maybe we'll do it, but it's so time consuming. And but if it's that good, I'll probably get into it. I don't want to get into it. I don't want it to be reach like season 11 or 12 and be like, okay, let's get into it now. I kind of probably should get into it where it's still relatively early. All right. Yeah, take a snow day. Uh, sounds like it's going to be a nice stay at home hot chocolate kind of day. So enjoy that, and I'll I'll catch you in another stream at some point. So have a great week, and yeah, just we'll share our con videos after they're done. That'll be fun. Chainsaw Man. Okay, I'll have to check out Chainsaw Man. I have no clue what that is, but sounds like fun. All right, have a good night. Yeah, have a good night, and we'll connect soon. Bye.